and good afternoon, San Antonio. Welcome to the Happy Handyman Show. I'm Trudy Chook, broadcasting live from Johnny Chook's Home and Hardware. We're located at 2361 Northwest Military Highway, which is so easy to find. It's just 2 miles off of Loop 410, right past the light at Lock Hill, Selma. If you're coming from 1604, just take the Northwest Military Highway exit, and we are 9 lights in. The store is open today till 6:30. It's Monday through Saturday, 8 to 6:30, and then on Sunday, for your convenience, 11 to 5. Anything I talk about today, you will find on the radio table when you come in to come visit us. And if you have any questions while I'm on the show or later, the number is 210-341-1573. Now, I want to remind you, next weekend we are having a summer sale. It is a sale that is not just going to be in the gift shop area, although there's going to be a lot of things highlighted there. It is going to trickle back into the hardware store, and so of that is lighting. We're going to be putting all of our chairs that we got for outdoors. Those are going to be on sale. There's going to be several other things that we are going to mark down because I'm going to market. And so I need room to bring in some new things for the hardware store and for the gift shop. And so, in other words, to make room, I've got to move some stuff out. So come on in next weekend, be a part of this sale. You'll get some great bargains on many things that you just use all the time. So let's get started. First thing I want to ask you, I put a little teaser out there first saying, do you know that it's skunk season, and do you know why? So I've had several customers come in and their dogs have gotten skunked, and that has happened to Max before also, and it is not a fun time. It is it's a stinky time, right? And luckily for me, when Max got skunked, the weather was very mild, and I kept him outdoors while I washed him down completely, and then sprayed him with Bio-Zapp, but I'm getting ahead of myself, so let's talk about that. Okay, so why is it skunk season? Why are you seeing more skunks walking around at night? That's because it's grub season, and if you see skunks in your yard, you need to be on the lookout and know that you need to treat the yard for grubs. Otherwise, you will lose everything in your yard to grubs, and it will happen overnight. One day you'll look out there and the grass looks pretty doggone good, considering we just went through a drought and a freeze, and or a freeze and a drought. And so you would think that, okay, wow, the grass looks pretty doggone good, because we will get rain in September. We always have, we always will. So what do you do for grubs? So let me show you what I use. I use a product much bigger than this, but this is the product that I use. Triazicide. Hi Renee, hi Steve, welcome to the show. Triazicide. It is for many kinds of bugs, but as you can see right here when you're looking at the package, it shows grubs. And those are probably about the size that they are right now. After they've had a chance to go all through spring and summer, they get big. And you just can't use anything to get rid of them because they're just tough. And so you're going to have to use a chemical, and not something that's organic. I haven't found one yet that will do that. But if you do know of one, let me know, because I love using organics over a chemical anytime. But I use the triazicide, and it also comes in a liquid too. So I kind of double duty it. I put down the granule, and I have the big bag, and I put it in a handheld spreader, okay? And there are several handheld spreaders. One of them is really nice because you can support your arm and you're not just holding it and turning it. And it's got a brace for it. And that's the one that I use. You water the grass first, okay? And so I did it on my day that I can water. and then after I've watered the grass, then I put the triazicide down. They also make another product called Grub-X. It's just as good. It probably has the same product in it. I just grabbed the triazicide made by Spectracide. And then once you do that, then you water it in again. So you want to get it down into the grass and to take care of the grubs. Because if you take care of the grubs, you probably won't have any skunks coming around the house. But if you do, and your dog gets skunked or your cat gets skunked, let me tell you how to take care of that. All right, so what you want to do, those of you that have animals have probably been skunked before, and so you know what it's like. When the skunk sprays the animal, it is a very sticky substance, and that's why that it sticks to the animal's hair, and they have the tendency, if you accidentally let them inside the house, they're going to rub that all over your carpet, all over your wood floor, all over so don't let them back in until you bathe them down. I like to use Dawn because Dawn will help get rid of that stickiness. It's almost like glue, and that's why it stays on the animal so long. And then once you get rid of all that, that pretty much takes care of the in-your-face stink. There is still a residual, what in the world did you get into kind of smell. And for that, you have a couple of things that you can do. One is Bio-Zapp. This is completely, you can use this on your animals. It's all organic. It's an enzyme. I sprayed it on a rag and then wiped Max down. He kind of got it right on the face. And so I would have to, and it's going to take more than once. But Bio-Zapp is completely safe to use, so you're good with using Bio-Zapp odor eliminator. However, if you did accidentally, if you didn't see it happening, and Renee, hang on just a second, let me read this. We have several wasps flying around our main door entrance to our house. The door is on a porch. Okay, you hang on, Renee. We'll get right back to that, okay? So hang on. And so if they do happen to get inside the house and you can smell the skunk everywhere, you want to use a product called an air sponge, okay? And let me tell you a little story. Hi, Karen. About air sponge, because you'll remember this product if I tell you the little story behind it, right? Okay, so we found this product many years ago. In fact, probably about 40 years ago. I started working for my dad when I was 25, and so I turned 69 this year. It's even hard to say. But anyway, we found this product right after I started working for my dad. And let me tell you how they were using it so that you can understand how well it will work for you. Back in the 1990s, when New York got hit with a bomb that didn't quite go off, but it was down in the parking area, and it just sent tons of smoke through one of those buildings. And it made it impossible for people, even though the building was fine, the smoke smell just permeated the whole building, and it made it impossible for people to work until Air Sponge came in 55-gallon drums, and they opened up those air sponges, and then people could work. Because this is how Air Sponge works. Air Sponge is a product that is part soap and part charcoal and other things, probably, that they won't tell us what it is. And those of you that are watching on Facebook, I'm showing you what the product looks like. This is the small half-pound. It sells for like $4.99, okay? When I open it up, it does have like a slight soap smell. Nothing any stronger than that, because, like I say, this is an odor neutralizer. This is not something that is going to be like a candle that's going to flood the area with a fragrance, but you still don't get rid of the odor. And so they did that. And so if you've got a small odor in your house, these air sponges are what you want to use. Okay, how about that? It comes in a 1/2 pound, it comes in a 1 pound, and it comes in a 4 pound. And it's out on our website. Anything that I talk about today is out on our website, especially if you're not listening to the show while you live here in San Antonio. If you live outside of town, just go to the website, which is happyhandyman.com, and you'll be able to see all these products. If you want them, we can ship them to you. Okay? So I just wanted to tell you about why you're seeing skunks right now, and then if you do get skunked, what you can do to take care of it. Let me tell you where we're located again. We're at 2361 Northwest Military Highway, and the phone number here is 210-341-1573. And the store will be open today till 6:30, tomorrow 11 to 5. Do the air sponges help with moisture or humidity? Any odor that is accompanied with that, so a musty odor, something like that, yes, that would be the product that you want for that, if it's an odor. However, right next to Air Sponge on the shelf is a product called Damp Rid. Yes, I think it's Damp Rid, and that will pull all the humidity. It's like these little bitty BBs that look like styrofoam, and you just open it up and that thing just sucks in the water. So if you're having a problem with humidity in closets and things like that, then the Damp Rid is what you want to use. Air Sponge if there's an odor accompanying that. Okay, I hope that answers your question, Renee. Hi, Mr. Sims, J. Curtis Sims. That's a long name. Welcome to the show. Okay, I want to tell you a little bit about ceiling fans. You know that we always carry Hinckley ceiling fans. They're a family-owned business. They make a super quality fan that is known for the degree of pitch on the blade so that it will move a lot of air. If you're watching on Facebook, the one I'm pointing to right now is an Artis fan, which is my favorite. It's a 3-bladed fan, and it moves tons and tons of air. So if you're hot right now and you need a little relief from this heat that we're having, come get an Artis fan. Now, an Artis fan is not for everyone because they're right around $600. I can tell you this, it's a lifetime warranty fan. You will get a lot of air movement and what they call, you get wind chill on your skin and things, and that's what makes you feel cool. A good ceiling fan does not lower the temperature in the room. It does not. But what it allows you to do is take your air conditioner, instead of having it on 75, put it up on 78 and turn your fans on. The Artis that is right there, they are both indoor and outdoor fans, Renee. A lot of fan companies have gotten so very smart. Instead of making an indoor fan or an outdoor fan, they're just all indoor outdoor, and they look great. They don't look like, just outdoor cheapy fans. They look great. And this one, the Artis, was first introduced as an outdoor fan. It is the fan that I have in my den and absolutely love it. There is another fan that is across from this. It has 8 blades on it. It's called a Vantage fan. It is about the same price as the Artis. It might be a little bit higher. And those two fans move tons of air. But maybe those fans really might not be what you want for the same situation. Maybe you've got a rental piece of property. Maybe you've got, what do they call it? A VRBO, a vacation rental property. Is that right? VRBO? A VB? Oh, well, you know what I mean. Okay, so you own some property someplace and you're not living there, but you rent it out. Okay, so I brought in another fan company. It's called Wind River Fan, Wind, W-I-N-D. So, and they are a much lower price point. In fact, if you are watching on Facebook, they are within eyesight on our fan cloud. There are, hi Sandy, and so one of the fans is called a Dalton fan, and that Dalton fan, did you see two? Yes, I did. Okay, the Dalton fan is a 52-inch. We brought it in white and satin steel, I think, and Aura bronze. It's, like I said, a 52-inch from tip to tip, and it's got a light kit on it that people have been asking me for like crazy. They want the lights that point down so they can easily put new bulbs in. And these are all, they come with LED light bulbs, and that Dalton fan is going to retail for $120.99, which puts a good fan in everybody's price range. And like I said, this may be for an extra bedroom, maybe your study, a little bit smaller room maybe, okay? And then we're also brought in one that is a 4-light, and that one is called a Pecos fan. It is also a 52-inch, and it's got 4 lights on it. The lights on this are crystal. They're really pretty. This is a very pretty fan, and that one is going to retail for $159.99, still within a great price range. And we brought it in on all 3 colors. You can come to the store and look at it on the fan cloud, which is going to have your Hinkley fans and the new Wind River fans. So I was super excited about bringing in Wind River. We had talked about it for a while, and so we finally decided this is the right time and to bring them in. So if you're looking for something that's a little more economical, something that is, you can't do a $600 fan. Well, that doesn't mean you can't be cool. So come in and let me show you these fans. We still have a sale going on the Vantage fan. I have 2 left because we had way too many of one color. It is a satin steel, so, and it's a real soft color. So you put it up in the ceiling, it probably just kind of disappear on you. So if you're wanting a fan, the Artis fan at about $300 off, come on in and take a look at it. All right, so I am super excited because we are going to be bringing in a paint, a decorative paint, okay? And what I mean by decorative paint, I don't mean like you're doing the walls with the expunging and stuff like that. I'm talking about furniture, okay? And we should have it maybe by next week. It's called Wise Owl Paint. It comes in a 1-hour enamel, and then also comes in a chalk paint. And the chalk paint is an excellent, they have beautiful colors, okay? Very natural colors. If you're looking around, if you have time after we get off the show, or you can buzz over there right now, it won't hurt my feelings, and look at Wise Owl Paint, you'll see how beautiful the colors are, okay? And they also make a 1-hour enamel, which is so nice to use on furniture because it cures completely in about 3 hours, but you can repaint in 1. But before you ever get started with doing furniture, usually you're buying a piece where you have to either remove paint, sand, or both. And so what are some really good strippers? And because there are some, hey Jean, they're Blue Bear, okay? They used to be called soy gel all the time. They were, but they make one called Safinol, okay? And let me tell you, this is the one I pick hands down. I watched a test last night on one of the Wise Owl people because now I'm part of the group, you know? And so they were showing different strippers. And the nice part about the ones made by Blue Bear, because they do soy gel, okay, and that's the one I'm super familiar with, and then they do the Safanol. And they make this is what's so funny, they make a big deal, the Blue Bear people, about saying there is no ME in it, but there never has been. They were always super safe. You could use them on the inside of your house, and that's what you want to do right now. And that's what I want to talk to you about. So I had a customer that came to me, and she bought soy gel, and she had a piece, and she had it out on her patio. And she wanted to strip it first, and then she was going to come back in and whitewash it. And so she put the soy gel on, and then she came to me and brought me a drawer and said, there's something wrong here. It's crusty in areas. Do I need to do more soy gel? And soy gel is a little more expensive than Safanol. I'm not sure why. I don't know if they're trying to get away from soy gel and just do Safanol. And Safanol, evidently, what I read about, it works a little faster than soy gel, but still, no smell. You can work inside the house. You just have to put a drop cloth down. And I said, how long did you let this sit? And she said, I let it sit overnight. Oh, okay. That's long enough for sure. I mean, usually about 3 hours is all it takes. It does take longer. It's not like those 3-minute strippers or the citrus ones like that. These take a little bit longer, but like I say, you can do it inside the house because there's no smell. And she said, yes, I let it sit overnight. And I said, did it dry? And she said, yes. I said, okay, that's why you're having this problem. When you use a stripper, the next thing you want to do after you lay it on there and you want to go in one direction, you just use a cheapy little chip brush or a foam brush, and you push this stripper out on your product, on your project about 1/4 of an inch thick, okay, and kind of like you're icing a cake, all right, and then cover it with Saran wrap. That keeps it real moist. It can work longer, and then it doesn't dry out, because if it dries out, then you've got to start all over again, and that's expensive, and it takes time that you don't want to have to do. You're excited about trying your project, okay? So once you strip everything off, and on the Safanol or soy gel, you're going to use like a putty knife, a plastic putty knife, to get it all off, and it should all just come off super smooth. It should just literally skim off. After you get done, there's going to be a sticky residue, okay? And this is for the paint, and it's not, I tease and said, it must be soybeans. No, it's not that. It's the paint that is dissolving, okay? And what you want to use is like a degreaser afterwards. So you can use good old TSP. They make it in a liquid form, okay? And you're going to kind of wash the project down. Or you can use Crud Cutter, which is a great degreaser, okay? And Crud Cutter you can use for other things too, not just for your paint projects and stuff like that. And then after you do that, then you be ready to use your paint. Now, you probably need to sand, because all of this stuff will raise the grain on your project, and it be kind of like little hairs going across it, okay? And you need to smooth all that down so you can get a good paint. Okay, we're going to have to take a little break from WOAI, but we're going to continue on Facebook, so hang on. Let me tell you again where we're located. We're at 2361 Northwest Military Highway. The phone number here is 210-341-1573. And that's it for this week, folks. It's time for you to roll up your sleeves and get busy on some of these projects we've been talking about. But by all means, you remember one thing. It will always be a great day to paint. See you next week. Okay. Okay, guys. let me turn off, take my headphones off, and we can just talk a little bit closer now. Okay. Okay, I don't know what that is.
That means you have to turn it over to read it.
Oh, okay. Everybody's a comedian. Okay, so let's see. Thank you. All right, so I talked to you about the paint and stuff like that, and I talked to you about the no paint. Oh, I'm dying to tell you about this. Okay. All right, we did a little video on this the other day. This product is called No Stick. This is a baking liner. I don't want to open this up, but oh, look, it's almost open down here. So I'll just open it up. Okay, if you've never seen these before, these No Stick. Oh, hi Sarah from Austin. Welcome to the show. All right. See this little black? It looks like a piece of paper. It kind of feels like plastic. Okay, but what this is made out of glass and Teflon, and it is a bake liner, okay, for anything. So how many of you have cooking sheets that just look horrible, okay? I do, and I don't like to cook on them like that, so I put like baking paper on it, and you can only use it like one time, and then you throw it away. And so I don't like to do that. I like to reuse things over and over again because I feel like I'm saving money and I'm saving the environment. So I came across these in a showroom in Dallas, and these things are so easy to clean. They're healthy for you because you don't have to use any kind of spray. You don't have to use any butter or anything like that. If you're using stuff like that just so things won't stick, kind of a waste of calories, you know? And then they're durable and they're budget. I think these are, these are $6.99. And you can trim them with your scissors. So this is what I did the other night. The other night, came home late, and so usually when I come home late, I don't like to eat a lot of food. So I had nachos. No, it's light. And so I wanted to try this, and so I put my nachos and my cheese and my chicken and beans and all on top of that, and then put them in the oven. And so then I got it out, and I was curious, how am I going to get these nachos off of this onto my plate? And so pulled it out, and I got the edge of the bake liner up and touched it, and guess what? It's cool. It's absolutely cool. I don't know how that works like that, but it stays cool. And so then I just took it and tilted it like that, and all of it slid right into my plate. And then all that was left on the No Stick bake liner was just a few little cheese pieces, and I wiped it off, and that was it. But since I'd had such a light dinner, I decided, well, I deserve a cookie for dessert. And I wanted to see how they would do with cookies too. So I cooked some cookies, and they turned out so good. They were nice on the bottom. I didn't get any burning. I didn't get any sticking. I didn't have to use Pam because I'm not a big fan of that. But anyway, so you need to check out. We have it right over there by the kitchen aisle. It's called No Stick. These are awesome. Hi, Pat. Okay, now, but let me tell you what else they have. Because see this right here? This oven crisper bakeware? This is like having an air fryer in your oven. Can you see how thick it is? All right, still the same kind of material, still is cool to the touch. Last night I had done chicken on my Traeger grill, and so I have enough for like the whole week, and I had like a half a baked potato, so I put it in here. It was so good. I'm never gonna cook in my oven again if I'm gonna cook stuff like that without using this. This thing is awesome. It's $29.99. It stayed cool. Now, not the metal pieces. Don't put your finger on that and think, Trudy says it stays cool. No, not there. But where the product is itself, so good. Okay, so I want to do some French fries and see if they come out like that. So, come by, take a look at this. I think it's so nice, and it's made, I thought it was made in Italy. It's made in Belgium. Do you know, like Hercule Poirot? Yep. So come by and take a look at that. All right, so I have a question. It says, Trudy, I am repurposing some old ammo cans. I plan on spray painting them. What can I do to make sure they look their best when I'm done? Okay, so what I would suggest is sand them first, okay, and then and make sure that you've got a smooth finish, because even if you spray paint, if you got some rough edges on everything, then that's what's going to come through on the paint. Whatever you start with is whatever you're going to finish with. So if you have a smooth surface, then you'll have a smooth surface once you get through painting. I would use a spray paint. If you think you need to put a primer on it, there are many primers that you can spray on, made by Rust-Oleum, and then put a color on top. So that's what I would do, okay? All right. I'm going to see if I can look at the question that was above. Do the air sponges help? Yes. All right. I think there was a lady that had a question about, okay. Yes, Renee. Hi. We have several wasps flying around our main door entrance into our home. Can something be sprayed? Yes. Okay. So I would get the Spectricide. There is a new one that I have over there that is in, it's such a weird can. It looks like it's something for a commercial. It's in black and white, but it does a really good job. It sprays out about 20 feet, and so you don't have to get close to that. I hope that's what your question is. I'll look a little bit later. If it's not, I'll reach out to you, okay, Renee? So if that's your question, that's what I would use. They are looking for water. I have a spa in the back of my house, and I see wasps that come around, and they're just trying to get water. Everything's thirsty. I mean, everything's thirsty. All right, so let's talk a little bit about, how many of you have problem with pill bugs? Okay, there's only one thing that I know of that's really good for that. It's called Sluggo Plus, and you just sprinkle it on, okay, and that gets rid of them. Sluggo Plus. The regular Sluggo will not do it, but the Sluggo Plus will. How many of you have ants? Okay, let me show you, because I was having a problem with ants around the house. I mean, last week I told you I felt like I'm living on one of those cotton picking ant farms that you see little kids have. I felt like that's all the way around my house. And so, and then I started noticing some ants inside the house. Okay, draw the line at that. I am not having that inside my house. So let me show you what you need to use. It's called Amdro Ant Block. Don't get the fire ant one. Get the Amdro Ant Block. Okay, and let me tell you what you're going to do. This feels a little bit heavier than the fire ant one, but you're going, every little mound that you see, sprinkle it on top, and then leave it for a couple of days, and then it will take a couple of days for it to take effect. But after about 2 days, go over there and hit it a little bit and see if you have any activity. If you still see activity, then sprinkle it on a little bit more. This will cover a whole lot. Okay, I had like 8 mounds around my house, and I think the one in the front was the one that was causing me problems inside my house. So even though I spray with clobber, I felt like I needed to take it a step up. All right, so Amdro also makes these little bait stations, and I just slid them all underneath my couch. I just opened them up and plunked them underneath the couch, and I don't see anything anymore. I think I hand water, okay? So these ants probably thought they hit an oasis, and but not at my house. Okay, so if you hand water and you're seeing ants, then get the Amdro and sprinkle them, and then don't water them in. Just leave it dry. Okay, just leave it dry. It's not like the fire ant killer that we talked about earlier this year, where you soak it completely in so that it gets down. This you just want to leave kind of right on top. I watched Max then when he would go in the yard, because I wanted to make sure he didn't get this on his paws or anything like that, and he didn't even want to get around it. So that's that. All right, let me just tell you one thing more, and then I am going to get out of here and go to church, okay? All right, so last week I talked to you about a little more safety around the bath area, and I brought in this assist bar from Medlin, okay? This is not a grab bar that you have to drill into. This is a suction, and it will hold, I think, up to 250 pounds. I think that's what I read on it. It will give you stability. And let me go down here and see if anybody else has a question. Okay, all right. Pat, did I tell you hey? Hey, Pat. See you at church. Okay, so this has a little suction thing here that you pull down, and here also. It is about 12 inches, okay? You want to make sure you hit flat on the tile. Don't go over like a grout line, because you won't get a good grip, okay? And then there is, I don't know if y'all can see this or not, but underneath there, there's this little red thing, and it will light up when you've got a good solid grip. And then this will help, like if you want to hold on to it while you're getting into the shower or the bath, and then when you're getting out, for balance, not to hold maybe all your weight. Maybe you're not at that point yet, or maybe you like to take something like this when you travel or in your RV, okay? So then you wouldn't have to put any holes in the RV, because probably it's not a good idea, and then you would have something. Oh, this is made by Medlin. I like Medlin. Okay, so let me show you something else. Get me a phone. Oh, no, here it is. Rug gripper. Okay, this rug gripper can go on wood floors, on tile floors. This is for runners. That way they stick down and they don't slide. Okay, it's called Lock Lift Rug Gripper. Now this one is a little bit smaller. This can go over anything, including carpet. So if you have some rugs on top of your carpet, then you can use this on them, okay? And it will hold them in place so that when you step down on it, it's just not like a flying rug, okay? And maybe you know where to step on your rugs, but if you have family come over or friends come over, they don't know that your rug's gonna take off and take them down on a hip or something like that. Okay, so these are just smart things to put down around the house. Next week, I'll talk to you about what to do for bathroom rugs that are slipping and sliding, and it's very easy to use, and it's a permanent fix. Okay, completely permanent fix. All right, I think I covered everything. If you don't have any more questions, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I would love it if you would share this with your friends, and then that way it would help them too. So we'll be back on the air next week at 3 o'clock on WOAI, and continue on Facebook. You guys take care, and we'll see you next week. Remember, the phone number for the store is 210-341-1573, and our address is 2361 Northwest Military Highway. You guys stay in the shade and stay cool this week. Bye-bye.